library that, as you know, is going to be redecorated. Now, I recently did a video where I personally chose the paint colors. I liked them, but you did not. In fact, I don't think a video of ours has ever seen more comments on a single video than what I had chosen for the color scheme here. Some of them were quite brutal and got right to my heart. However, I do appreciate them. I appreciate our YouTube audience and all of you being involved, and I'm happy to say that because of you, I have brought somebody back to help make the right decision for the library. Welcome, everybody.
Relax, I'm back. What were you thinking?
Well, clearly I wasn't thinking.
I don't think you were thinking, were you?
Well, you weren't available.
Sorry.
I was trying to, put my stamp on here. I needed to rush through things, which I have learned a lesson, because to get ready for the American Heiress exhibition. And so I just thought, I'll
do it.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever have the urge to do a little bit of do-it-oneself interior design again, resist that temptation and call me. All right?
Okay, I promise. Yeah,
Good.
I promise. Scout's honor.
Yeah, good.
I promise.
Okay.
He's back, everybody. I mean, the comments were like, what has happened to Malcolm? Has he been fired? Where is he? Why aren't they using him?
I was busy, sorry. My fault, really.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna blame you for that. Over to you. I feel like I need to bow, curtsy, something, yeah.
So, what I think we should do is I think we should explain a little to everybody some of the issues with this room. Because at the moment, the library is painted in very cool colours, but the library is a very cold room anyway. It has 3 external walls, and this wall at the back here goes onto the double height staircase, which again isn't heated like a proper room.
Right.
So it always feels cold in here.
Always.
So
right now.
So from that point of view, I think we ought to do a scheme that warms it up. Now, we've got 2 givens in this room. We can sort of paint it and decorate it in whatever way we want, but the 2 things that we really have to take into consideration are, here we have the stone fireplace.
Yes, beautiful.
Which, it does need cleaning, but it's a very pretty warm stone. The other thing that we have is in the bookcase, we have all the wonderful books, which are most of them in a sort of wonderful tan leather.
Yes.
With sort of wonderful gold engraving on them.
Yes.
So I think we need to sort of choose something that will sort of pull in with that as well, or it'll sort of set them off to its best. So I think the feeling is that we almost sort of need to sort of create a little sort of jewel box of a room.
Oh, I love that. You heard it here first, a jewel box of a room.
So with that in mind, what I've done is I've done a couple of layouts. This shows a layout using, with the piano still in this room.
Right up against the window there.
Or in the window. This is always a point of discussion because this piano sort of moves around the house, doesn't it? Because we never quite know where it should be. What to do with it. So, again, having it in here, it limits how this room can be used. But I have done a layout here where we get a sofa, a couple of armchairs, and that's the layout using this. The other layout that I've done,
beautiful,
is this one.
Ooh.
So this, we did talk at one point with Luke about this becoming his study.
Yes. So during the off season when we're
when it's not being shown. So there's the potential that in this bay window, what we could do is we could do a lovely big desk. And then here we could get a really nice big comfortable sofa back table,
right,
big sort of upholstered ottoman, and then a couple of armchairs here. So this becomes,
and this is that's
a sort of a footstool that can sit in front of the fireplace, or it could be a fender or something like that.
Okay.
So
and then the 2 side tables
and then
here,
the 2 side tables
up against the Georgian windows.
So I want you to hold those thoughts in your mind because that will follow on to something else that I want to show you.
As many of you guys know from watching our channel here at Mapperton, we really are all about sustainability. And that doesn't just mean our rewilding project, Mapperton Wildlands. It's right here at home at the Manor as well. And the body products I use, in particular wild deodorant, a safe, natural ingredients deodorant that contains no harsh chemicals, aluminum salts, or parabens, and who we've partnered with on this video. And I have been using Wild for years now. And I first made the switch because I was looking for something to help me reduce my single-use plastic waste. And the refills are made from compostable bamboo. Every refill saves 30 grams of plastic. And Wild does not compromise on effectiveness. It gives me 24-hour protection, and we know that I'm down in that library conserving for hours. And also, if you're getting ready for some summer travel plans, hopefully you're gonna come here to the American Heiress exhibition in the library, well, the Wild Minis are perfect for travel. So we've set up a special code, Mapperton20, just for you, our viewers, to receive 20% off all Wild products. But this special promo code only lasts for a limited time. You can scan the QR code or click the link in the description to receive this special 20% off. And you can get your Wild wherever you are in the world because shipping is available worldwide. Plus, you can pay in your local currency. And how sweet are these his and hers, Luke and Julie Wilds?
These are the colors that I've been thinking about. So,
I think everybody on screen is going to be satisfied.
so, first color, wall color.
Yes.
I'm suggesting this sort of, it's quite a warm yellow. It's it's not sort of pale,
no,
but it's got a strength of color to it, which we don't have currently. So if you sort of see.
Yeah. Excellent. And can we also, lots of people were asking
yes,
if we
about
could
the
put
fireplace.
it up against
but you see,
the fireplace.
I think it's going to look lovely against the fireplace.
Lovely. That
So-
is lovely. Why didn't I think about that? But
I don't know, Julie.
don't
Why
know.
didn't you?
I was going to go for that Kensington rose.
Yeah, it was far too cool.
Yeah, it was too cool and it was pink.
Made the room look cold.
I know. Okay, this is warming
Okay,
it up. Okay,
warming it up.
love that.
So
What's
that's
the
that.
name of that? It's by
So
Mylands,
it's
everybody.
a Mylands paint, and it is wharf sacking.
Wharf sacking, I love that. So Mylands, we just want to say a huge thank you to Mylands who are gifting us these paints, which is fantastic. So love that.
So then the woodwork color, I had two choices, but having been in here this morning and had a really good look, I think this is the one that we should go with, which is Cadogan Stone.
Cadogan Stone,
So
I love it.
it's sort of somewhere between a pale beige and a grey. So
Yeah.
a pale greige.
Love that. Pale greige.
So do you see? It
Yeah.
has it has just a bit more character than,
Look
than
at that.
the white. But it's quite crisp against the yellow.
It is.
You see? So
Yes.
all of our bookcases and all of our woodwork will be painted
And
in that.
the
And the
shutters.
shutters. So
Yeah.
all of this will go into that colour. So then what we want to do, as we've done before in the past, is to paint the inside of the bookcases in another colour. And then there is
love
this
this
colour, Mylands colour, which is Dulwich Red.
Dulwich
So,
red.
and it's quite nice because it's rich, and I think against the tan leather
Yeah.
of the books, it's going to look really
Because I feel like
spectacular.
it has a bit of a sort of a mahogany within
Yes.
it. Yeah?
Yeah, there's a brownness to it.
There's a brownness to it.
So those are our colours. So that's sort of what will happen sort of inside there.
And the bookshelves
Shelves.
themselves.
And then the outside, the bookcases themselves are painted
Lovely.
in that.
And then you've got the
And then
wall
you've
colour.
got the wall in the pale yellow. So that's that. So then I just pulled together some fabric ideas to show you. I mean, these are just things that I had. But it's just to sort of show the
laying around.
palette that
Yeah.
one could then sort of look at. So for example, we could do a sofa in something like this
Yes.
lovely stripe.
So you can kind of put this
Yeah,
against here,
so
everybody.
those are our paint colours.
Yeah.
So you could do a sofa in that, maybe an
Lovely.
armchair in that, maybe an armchair in that, or
Yep.
the mossy green one.
Yes.
And then you could then bring in things like
For
a
cushions.
paisley as a cushion.
I love this.
That's lovely because that's got a
And it-
print on it.
yeah,
So
another
yes, you see
cushion
so
or-
that's then picking up with the colour in the bookcase and sort of bringing it into the room too. And then there's these lovely rich velvets as well.
Yes.
So,
oh my goodness, look at this.
You know, more cushions. But I'm just showing you how we can sort of work towards that.
Yes,
so then the other thing that I wanted to show you here was that if this yellow is our wall colour, the artwork that will be on the walls, it's either in a gold frame, and I've got this little sort of print.
Yeah.
But it just, you see how lovely the gold is against that colour. Or if we were doing prints, I would probably do it in a black frame with a gold slip.
Oh, I love that.
So you see that combination is really lovely.
He's back, everybody.
Hope you like
it's not
it.
like he went anywhere. It's just that I was rushing through.
We better go and show this to your husband and make sure he likes it.
So hold on, everybody. We got to get Luke. So pause right here. Let's go get Luke.
I'm here.
So
That's a nice room, Mal. Can we have that? Can we have that?
Yes,
room?
exactly. That's what I would like you to have.
That's what you'd like us to have, isn't it?
Yes.
So
The idea is...
Just before that, quickly.
Yes.
Malcolm, thank you for coming to the rescue.
Well, I hope I have. I hope I have.
We were feeling the weight of some important decisions that we perhaps hadn't got right.
Yeah. So, I'm suggesting this as the wall colour, which is a sort of a soft yellow.
and look at it. And we can put it up against...
You know, it's not dissimilar to what's here, but it's much warmer. It's got more colour to it.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're doing something dramatically different.
Yeah.
You know.
Which I think your mom is happy about as well.
Yeah.
So that's that.
We're avoiding
And then
drama.
Yes, and then we like it against the stone.
We do like it against the stone, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I was thinking it looked a little green, but now there it looks kind of more yellow.
Yeah,
Has it got a bit of green in it, Malcolm? Or is
A slight amount of green in it. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
not lots,
Yeah, not
but
lots.
it's still warm.
It's still warm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then this is
Yeah.
our woodwork colour,
Okay.
which, well, I'll show the two together. So do you see? It's
Yeah.
it's
Look at that.
quite sharp.
This is why we
But
don't
it's
try
not.
to do these things
know.
ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
she has been reprimanded.
Yeah, I have. Really badly. Not just by Malcolm, but by lots of people online as well.
You okay? Do you need,
I'm all right,
do you need some
okay.
support?
No, I'm all right. I'm all
Okay,
right. I take it on board.
Yeah, you're good at that.
So then the interior of the bookcases, so that will go into our
Okay.
bookcases.
What about the shelves?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah, they're
shelves
gonna be the same
and
colour.
the insides up to that point there.
But the woodwork is.
But the woodwork
is
will
that.
be that.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
outside of the bookcase
Yeah.
will be like that,
Yeah.
and then we sort of
Lovely.
go like, you know,
Fabulous.
that then goes inside.
Yeah.
You see?
Okay.
So that's the plan there. So with that in mind,
Yeah.
I've just put together a
Yeah,
palette
isn't this lovely? And
of
that's what we were about the
fabrics
greens. Look at that.
showing how we could then do the furnishing in this room to work with these colours. So we get sort of like a little jewel box
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So, you know, we could do sofas in this, armchairs in this, cushions in this, upholstered
Yeah.
stools in this. So you see, you know, sort of that number of pieces of furniture that we can have.
Yeah.
So that sort of shows.
Yeah.
Shows-
Because you can see
shows what it
that's
could
the
be.
fireplace here. You've got two chairs there. You've got the sofa. If we don't have the piano, sofa up against there, two chairs there. Do you see how it
Yeah.
can all... And we were
So do you
thinking...
want my verdict?
Oh,
That has to be yes, Luke.
I've already said
At
yes,
this
but
late
okay.
Since I can tell that I've already been painted into a corner from which there is no escape, all I can do is say, Malcolm, you've done a fabulous job,
Thank
as
you,
ever. I love the colours. I hope we can afford one day
Well, one
to
day.
do all of these things. But I can see how
Yes.
the library is
Yes.
just going to be warmer, cozier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also a place where people are
more
going
usable
to see
room.
A bit of a blend of old and new. And,
Yes,
and-
precisely.
And I also like the sort of echo of the books and of the things that we've got here.
Yeah.
What are we doing with the overmantel?
Well, it's staying.
staying as
Staying
is.
as it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I did...
It's not impossible to
I mean,
repaint
it's-
these things at some point.
No, we
but
wouldn't
don't-
bring paint.
But we don't.
I mean, I wouldn't change that at this point.
So what do we think of this, Malcolm, up here, though? This has been painted.
I mean, it has been painted a few times.
Well, I
Oh, look,
would.
you can see the
but-
colour underneath it.
But
I would suggest
also, some of it's in quite poor condition here. I'm slightly nervous.
Yes, so do we restore it?
I think it's a bigger job than we can do now.
That's my feeling. I don't think this is something we should tackle at the moment.
Also, if we do it now, Julie will start to run out of restoration projects for the future.
Funny.
Yeah.
But
That's
you know
not
what's
true, by the
interesting
way.
here, everybody?
There's an endless.
You can see
endless
the
number
different
of them.
paint colors there. The
Yeah,
big-
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
well-
Yeah, it's been painted in the past.
yeah, that, you
And
know.
Malcolm, I want to get rid of the wood burning stove.
No, well, I wouldn't do that
Really? Why not?
because I think the size is appropriate to the fireplace. I think it'd be hard pushed to find something better, and I think it's probably safer to have a wood
as a
burner
wood burner.
than it is.
I
having
do
an open
remember
fire.
that when that was going, this room
Yeah.
would sometimes get so hot because it's actually oversized slightly
Yes.
for the room. It's a really big stove.
Okay.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Okay,
Thank
we've
you.
decided, everybody.
Yay!
We are so lucky to live somewhere like Mapperton. I mean, the landscape, the wildlife, the heritage, and of course the weather, which has been as bad as I can remember this year. I mean, it has not stopped raining, and yet again we've had like our, I don't know, 15th named storm of the season. And of course, when we have these storms, it highlights all of the inadequacies across the estate in terms of drainage and obviously leaks in the house and things like that. We're back up today at Coltley, and you'll remember last time I came here onto the track, this was where the whole of the road had given way. The track was literally falling down into the valley, and the reason for that is that the geology of this area is basically built on green sand. So when the water gets in, it becomes unstable and it collapses. Now, luckily, this road is not Mapperton's responsibility, it's the council, and they have been pouring thousands into repairing it. You can see this huge long stretch of tarmac that goes all the way here. There's a good couple of hundred meters, and they thought they had done the job. And then the ground gave way. Look at this. I mean, this is a new road. It was only new a week ago, and the whole thing has collapsed down. You can see here, the whole of the bank is just heading down the hill. That hedge used to be here, and it's all been pushed back. I mean, I know these aren't the kinds of geological activity that you have in different parts of the world with you know, serious fault lines, etc. But for Mapperton, this really is quite a substantial fault. And looking under here, you can see the reason why. And this is the culprit. Look at this stuff. Green sand. You can see that it's wet and an absolute disaster for supporting anything on top of it. It's just pouring with water. But the moment the water gets in underneath it, it all shifts, and so alas, the council are now having to come back because this road is almost impassable. God, how frustrating to have done such a job and then have the whole thing slide down into the landscape. They've done some amazing stuff up here though. Let's go have a look. We can see the culprit over here, and the water is pouring down the hill from these huge storms. And you can see how it's all coming down through here. And so they've actually laid pipework now to take that water and stop it from going straight into the sand. So it's now got these drains which are running underneath here and heading out taking the water away and hopefully providing more stability as a result. Clearly the plan might be working here, but it looks like they're going to need another drain in that direction. Now, here is another new drain. So there's clearly a pipe or something that's coming out here, and we've got all these sandbags with the drain entrance here, and then I suspect they've got another one coming out under the road. And yeah, look at this. Here are the drains, just sending the water off down the valley. Now, I happen to know that water is going to make its way all the way to the beavers in the wood down there. So lucky beavers, they're getting water from Coltley slooshing down for them to play in. Anyway, you know, I'm so pleased that this isn't a responsibility for the estate, because it would have cost so much to do all of this, and it would have been so depressing to have discovered that all the work at that end has got to be redone. Thank you for watching Mapperton Live, and please join us again next week. If you'd like to find out more about becoming a patron, please go to patreon.com/Mapperton Live.